Hello.
Hello.
Wow, Naomi. That was so...
Hello.
Is your mic even on?
It is on. I turned it on.
I can't hear y'all.
Oh.
Nope.
Ah.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Maybe you should just turn me up then.
Oh, no. Just speak louder.
Turn me up, up, up.
No,
Turn
no,
me
no,
up,
no,
up, up.
no, no,
Turn
no,
me up,
no,
up,
no,
up.
no,
I'm
no,
on
no,
fire.
no. Okay, hi everyone. Welcome to the Weekly Sip. What's up? So, my offhanded comments last week, which you remember, kinda, I'm sure,
No.
caused a big ass fight over this past week, and everyone's losing their fucking mind again. The 10th fucking dev cancel attempt.
How about you just stop doing that?
No, I was still right. Fuck you. I don't care. All right. Oh God. Dev, shame you didn't post a comment in yesterday's Archcat chat to make them butthurt. I wasn't around yesterday. What happened in the Archcast? Dev loves eating his foot. Pissed. Congrats for reaching the 150k sub goal. Yeah. Oh God, that's funny. Arch kept bringing up horse sex for real.
Why?
I know Arch has been like, hello, Fatso, how are thighs going? Is it real Arch is keeping you from the Archcast till you get certain videos done? Yeah, Arch is like, you can't come back on the Archcast until you finish your response videos to like Aiden and stuff. And I was like, listen, man, it's gonna take some time. You need to fucking. But at the same time, though, I was busy yesterday and I was busy last week, just with like things happening, so I couldn't have gone on anyway. So it's not like this is one of those things where like even if Arch didn't be like, hey, you can't come on, I'd I still wouldn't have been able to show up for the past two weeks. Yeah. And Arch doesn't leash you on Twitter like he should. Okay, here's the thing, right? Like every time I debate this like in private with like mods or like friends or whatever, right? The argument inevitably winds down to, okay, Dev, you might have some really good points here, but you're making everyone angry anyway. And I'm just like, fuck those people then. Fuck them. Fuck them, dude. Like, look at this guy, bootlicker. So what are you? Are you like some like Antifa fucking loser? Who's just
I'm
like,
gonna
oh, all
interrupt you.
cops are bastards.
Shut
Oh,
up. Shut
like,
up. I'm
fuck
gonna
off.
interrupt you because you're an idiot.
Yeah.
Thanks for the sub, Katie.
Thank you for the sub, Katie. Appreciate it.
Also, Dev.
Hi, Dev.
Answer
Hi,
your
Naomi.
DMs.
Dev, you and Naomi really need to let it go. Also part of my DM just like a month ago. Okay, will do. Will do.
He will not do. But you know.
Zontar, $5. I know you have one of your nuclear takes, and I wake up to 100 notifications giving me flack. Naomi, if we move in February, I'll help unpack.
Okay.
Because Zontar lives where we're gonna be next time we move. Because we're moving again. What about Trucker Video? Trucker Video is actually happening now. Trucker Video is actually happening now. Because Trudeau has stepped down and there's now a Canadian election coming, so this is now the time to put the final nail in the fucking Canadian Liberal Party. Hold on, let's see here. Ruby Ridge take was crazy. Not really. And people can keep getting mad about it if they want. 0 seats. 0 seats. Is it 0 seats time? I did notify you of the Sip Blonde. You fucko. I have no clue. Like, honestly, the Liberal Party is in such fucking disarray that, like, whoever they get for to be the leader of the Liberal Party is basically just going to be a sacrificial cow, because the election will come and then they will fucking lose. It just went up. And, yeah, well, there you go. Hi. We're gonna talk about Waco again for an hour.
Can we not do that again?
Waco is different than Ruby Ridge. Two different events.
I don't care. Let's not do either one again.
And funny enough,
Hey, Blonde.
Waco is actually more justified on the government side than Ruby Ridge was.
Can we not do this again? Can we not? Can you not make everyone ass mad for one sip? Just one?
Sorry, but my sub count is currently California's forests. I have spent too long not doing controlled burns of all the dead wood.
I saw your stupid
now,
fucking tweet. I don't
It has to
care.
be a massive burn off.
Yeah.
Fuck them.
Yeah.
Let's do another burn. Burn away the chaff.
God.
I've already watched the Wendigoon video. Yeah, I like. So Sin here. You know what? Here, me because here. Okay. No. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. God damn it, woman. Shut up. Okay. Listen. Memes aside. Memeing aside. Well, firstly, by the way, the most disingenuous fucking people like take me just going like based offhandedly as my actual opinion because they actually are just shitheels.
Then why are you saying based?
It's obviously a joke.
Are you sure?
Yes,
You always
yes,
say it's obviously
yes.
a joke,
It's
and it's not always obviously a joke.
It's pretty obvious.
Evan.
It's pretty obviously a joke. Yeah.
I don't
Pretty
fucking
obviously
know,
a joke.
Dev.
However, like, and you know what? I will not take this fucking pearl clutching and virtue signaling from these fucking retards who are out here like, we're just memeing, dude. I can't believe you're getting so triggered over a meme. And then meanwhile, I'm just like, yeah, base. They all got shot up. And then people are like, oh my god, Jeff, how could you? Ah! It's like, you know what? This double standard is fucking ridiculous. And I fucking hate every single person who jumped on that shit. They're all fucking stupid. Anyway, regarding the actual fucking event, like last week I kind of like did a quick like reading of the Wikipedia article, gave a hot take, everyone got mad. Then everyone's like, Dev, you need to fucking research. You know, you okay. Actually, you know what it was like? It was almost like educate yourself shitlord from the fucking SJW days of the 2010s. So like, okay, fair enough. So I watched Wendigoon's video. I read the congressional report, and then I read some interviews by some of the people who were involved. And yeah, my knee-jerk take last week was about 80% correct. So, yep, don't really care. Wait, Hassan's getting into a pissing match with Vosh? What's going on there?
Two stupid people are getting mad at two stupid people.
What's their pissing match all about? I'm kind of curious. Hassan versus Vosh. You're a lot better explaining your points when you research first. Oh yeah, I know. Let's see. By the way, Dev, you're talking about the California wildfires being wrong with the comparison to the hurricanes and nothing like that. This is absolutely fault of California's and LA's government. Yeah, I know that like there's the they haven't been doing controlled burns. I understand. I get it. I kind of want to look it up. Hassan Vosh, what's going on? What's going on? And this is like a 2021 pissing match they had. Where's their current pissing match? I can't find it. Unless someone's going to link it to me, it's not happening.
Well, I mean, it is happening. You're just not witnessing it.
No, that's not happening.
No, that's not how that works.
Yeah.
Nope.
And let them eat each other? Yeah, based. Good, I get to watch Harmful and Dev. Oh, did Harmful just turn off? Oh, nice.
Aww.
Honestly, yeah, Vosh did the lolly horse gate thing, and then it's like he was like on the decline for like 3 months, and his channel blew back up because he just kept working.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? All right. Wait, having a literal pissing match so far. Vosh is pissing farther than, but Hassan is catching up. That's kind of funny. Oh, anyway, what's up, everyone? What's going on? I'm exhausted.
Be not exhausted.
No, I'm tired.
Why don't you just have coffee?
I already had coffee today.
More coffee.
I'm right and you are all wrong. Bathe in my based light and pray you become half as cool, nerds. Based. Oh, man. I'm going to be honest now. I'm like pretty exhausted. All right. Something IRL is happening that we're not talking about, but it has consumed a lot of time and energy for both of us, really. And at the same time, like I've had like a dozen online fires that are all just raging. So I'm kind of tired. I'm going to be honest.
Yeah, but that's your fault.
Yeah, but like
but
only
the
kind
online
of.
fires are your fault.
Okay, you know what? Shut up. The next time you're right about something, and even though you're right, you piss people off,
Mhm.
and then you go, oh shit, I pissed, like, fuck, I gotta deal with this now. I'm gonna be like, well, it's your fault. You shouldn't have done that.
Yeah, but
Yeah, but
if you refuse to follow the simple solution of don't be on Twitter.
you know what? Considering the Ruby Ridge thing is related to not Twitter, but this stream,
Mhm.
wouldn't change anything.
I feel like it would have. And then you wouldn't have to put out so many online fires on Twitter.
Hmm.
As opposed to that we're on Twitter.
Oh yeah.
Ah, $1 from Blonde. It's not just the lack of control. Oh no, you already read that. Never mind.
No, I didn't.
No, I thought you did.
Nope.
Oh.
Also, it's fucking too long. I don't care.
It's not just the lack of controlled burn. Since California's inception, water has been the issue. We have a problem with the water for decades, and a billion viable solutions are available, and the government has done fuck all of any of them. It's also them cutting the fire department budget while spending it on DEI stuff and people they put in charge of the fire department. It's absolutely right for the GOP to say, if you want us to spend money to help, stop being retards.
I agree with everything up to the very end because I don't know what the Constitution says specifically regarding how federal funding is allocated to the states and what attachments the federal government can put on the states in exchange for the funding, because the states have their own budgets and the federal government is quite limited in what it can just directly tell states to do. So I'm not sure of what the Constitution says in the matter, or what like interpretations of the Constitution by judges have ruled on the matter, because it might be the case that the feds simply have to give the states money and have very little leeway in how they can tell the states to spend it. Because states' rights, that is how your republic is set up.
Oh.
Maybe if you stop making fun of firefighters at Trump rallies, they would help fight the fires. Oh, fuck. No, okay. The Constitution doesn't have any mention of such. That's true. The Constitution also, like, what does it also do? It doesn't mention a lot of things, but basically, like, you have legal scholars who read it over and they're like, okay, well, like, this clearly means this and this clearly implies this. That's where you get, like, equal powers clause and, all this other shit. It's a fair position to some extent, Dev, but if you're talking from a moral perspective, then you shouldn't allow states to game the system, not spend their money on essential services, and then force the federal government to cover those for you. Yeah, fair enough. That Pornhub ban getting to you? Oh my god, the fucking Pornhub ban. It's not even a ban. What it is some states have made it so that in order to access Pornhub, you have to provide ID.
Yeah.
And Pornhub has responded by simply pulling out of those states.
Yeah.
Rather than
fair.
actually like comply with the law.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, it's only for Pornhub because you can just go to other fucking porn sites.
That's stupid.
Yeah.
I guess it's because Pornhub's the biggest, and maybe
Yeah, it's
they're
the big
just
one.
like testing it out to see if
It's
people
the
will
big one,
actually
yeah.
do it.
Yeah. Literally banning it according to leftists.
Also, couldn't you just get a VPN?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
You can get a VPN, or you can like just go to any other porn site.
Yeah, but like,
Yeah.
let's just say your favorite person is only on Pornhub, like some amateur like person. They only
Yeah.
do it on Pornhub,
Yeah.
not OnlyFans. Then yeah, I can see buying a VPN for that.
This is the Gooners 1984.
Yep.
Did you see how Gavin Newsom solicited donations for fire damage by linking to his campaign site with a link to donate going to ActBlue? I saw Elizabeth Warren do that, I think, but I don't know about Gavin Newsom, maybe. The Goodman, thanks for the $5, dude. I saw the Trump video on Lost Dev channel, and you're completely right. The political turnout has screwed my surroundings financially and social-wise. Oh, God, I don't know what video that you're talking about.
Done too many videos. Don't know which one I did no
Yeah,
more.
yeah, hold on. Just wait a second. God damn it.
But my dry bread, like the re-upload porn sites are.
Why can't I fucking find it?
Just go to YouTube and search for it. What are you doing? Jesus. Sorry. Anyway, like a lot of re-upload porn sites are shifty and like may have.
Where is it? I'm at YouTube. Don't see it.
Hmm.
Listen, you can't complain when I immediately prove you wrong. You okay, Naomi? Come on. Come on, YouTube. Give me what I'm fucking searching for. Where is it? Nope. 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 None of these. Nope. Nope. Just scroll and scroll. Nope. Now, not right. Okay. Oh my God. Okay. So, that didn't work. Let's try this. Is this it? Yes, it is. Okay. So, wasn't searching. Was going to do it.
Okay.
Okay. So, yeah. Okay. Do you mean this one here, the Future Democratic Party? When did this fucking video come out? November 9th, 2016. A video discussing the future of the Democrat Party after Trump won the 2016 election. Wow. What did I say in this video?
You should get an AI to summarize it for you.
Oh. There's a naked lady in there. Maybe that's why I was demonetized. Everyone flipping out. Everyone flipping out. Hold on. I want to. Okay, here. Hold on, guys. Okay, just real quick. Firstly, sorry. This channel here, Lost Dev Vids, is a channel that just uploads videos that have been demonetized. You guys should go sub to it. But now I'm kind of curious. Let's just watch like a slight bit of it, okay? So I'm kind of curious about what I said back in the day, you know? So let's see. Let's just see.
So Donald Trump is the 45th president of the United States. Congratulations, Internet, for memeing your very first president into office. But in my opinion, as a left...
Yeah, it's me. Keep in mind, it was 8 years ago.
That doesn't sound like you at all.
Yeah, man. Old microphone. Wait, old microphone, accent, and also a younger sounding voice. My throat hasn't been fucked up yet.
Well, no, it's just your throat got old.
Got
deeper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Left-leaning liberal that ultimately did not support Hillary Clinton's bid for presidency, there's something far more important at stake here, and it's the future of America's Democratic Party.
See, it kind of
See-
sounds like you because of the cadence of your voice.
Look. I even said I'm a liberal. Even 8 fucking years ago, I said I was a liberal. Butters, the video got like demonetized and got like slapped with like a plus 18. Yeah, so I moved it. I took it off the channel.
Oh, which one? The 100?
No, the Total Biscuit one from way back in the day. Yeah.
Wait, how did it get demonetized now?
Well, it got demonetized years ago.
Oh.
I deleted it like 4 years ago or something.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, hold on. Let's see.
I mean, my lack of support for Hillary doesn't mean much. I'm a Canadian. But I want to use Canada as a prime example of what the American Democratic Party now needs to do in order to not become a relic of the past. In Canada, our center...
See, look, okay? Like, I'm here talking about the Democrats have lost. Here's how they fix it. 8 years ago. Why did people ever think I was right-wing? Are people just fucking retarded?
Usually. You're staring at the camera. No one can see you.
No. I'm looking at the super chats, dude. Last Such for 10 Aussie dollars. Thank you. Hey, Dev. First time catching you live. Throwing a few dollar dues your way. Thanks for all the content throughout the years. You lovable fatso. Thank you, man. Thank you. Thank you. And lives in Dev's walls. $5. Moving again so soon as a pain.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh.
There's 2 bit chats there from...
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Is
You know
there?
what? You know, one of them, 9 words can describe your situation with Dev and Naomi. Fuck you. I don't care. I think the federal government can absolutely do it because the reason the effective drinking age is in America is 21, even though they don't have a federal law saying it is, because the government said to all the states, if you don't make the legal age 21, you won't get federal money for roads and stuff. Okay. Fair enough. All right. Anyway.
Center-left equivalent party to the Democrats, the aptly named Liberal Party of Canada, is our oldest thing.
Oh, yeah.
Right. The corruption that had plagued the Liberals of old did not return with him. Like I said, I'm absolutely a leftist, and whenever I voted,
Oh, wow.
I voted for
I
either
said I'm
the
absolutely a
Liberal Party
leftist in
or
this
the
even.
NDP.
You know what? I wouldn't even call myself a leftist now.
Mm-hmm.
Because, Yeah, this was before my real encounter with like the online communists, where they're like, no, you cannot truly be a leftist unless you are anti-capitalist. I'm like, okay, well, fuck you, I'm out. Yeah. Yeah. Wait, hold on. I don't think leftist was termed as a coin. You mean coined as a term?
Yes. Coined as a term.
Oh, yeah, good old Bernie. Right here. Let's see. I want to get to the American part. Okay.
You shouldn't have suppressed him on the basis of him not really being electable, even though Hillary was significantly more unelectable than him. Or anybody, really. You could have had Joe Biden. You could have picked fucking Martin O'Malley. They all would have likely beaten Trump. But no, you picked
And Joe Biden did. Joe Biden did beat Trump.
Yep.
Hillary and handed Trump the presidency. And not only that, the near universal hate of Hillary as a person, not as a woman or whatever, but as a person, combined with her complete unwillingness to support other Democrats on the ticket in local and state elections, ended up handing the Republicans the House, Senate, and probably the Supreme Court in the coming years. And this really is
that's
the
right.
effect of the infection that's currently crippling the Democratic Party. It tanked its own populist candidate and it ignored all of its other members solely to try and get Hillary in the White House. Well, Democrats, was
Here's the thing. I think I'm correct here, but I think I was significantly less educated on what populism is, because I think I'm more populist in this video, and now I'm pretty anti-populist. I've definitely moved in that, in the past 8 years on that, for sure. Yeah. A lot of that, I think, is just due to lack of education on what politics really is. Yeah, let's keep going.
We know this to be an issue of corruption due to the myriad of interests that have coalesced behind the Clinton campaign, often inexplicably. Not
Hold on.
But why?
Oh,
The
yeah.
answer is simple.
Okay.
Trump intends to, as he put it.
Okay. I remember editing this. Just listen, okay?
But also big business and Wall Street, social justice activists more interested in pushing their agenda to the explicit exclusion of all others, the mainstream media with their hilarious inaccurate polling and collusion with the Clinton campaign, and even a lot of the Republican Party machinery all decided to declare Hillary their queen. But why? The answer
I was recording it with the window open and someone started a fucking engine outside.
Good job, Dev.
Okay.
This is why we record in a windowless room with cushions on
Being
the
less
walls.
populist is common when people get older. It's also common when people get more educated too. Because like a lot of populist sentiment is just like the elites and the institutions aren't doing what we the people want, and the people aren't being represented, etc., etc. But a lot of that is just due to like not understanding how the institutions function. And as soon as you've actually like been inside an institution, or you've actually spoken to people who work in it or whatever, and you're like, oh, all these things that I thought were corruption, there's actually good reasons for it. And like here's why this works this way. Here's why this works. And then as soon as you see how the sausage is made, you're like, oh, okay, that makes sense. It actually isn't everything isn't actually just evil, and they're not all just like satanic pedophiles or whatever. Oh, things actually make sense. Okay, I get it now. And then you kind of move away from populism.
So you should be the bitchette from Blood.
I just turned 17 when this video came out. I wasn't old enough to vote, and now I'm halfway through my 20s, and nothing in my life has changed and improved at all. Sag.
Sad.
is simple. Trump intends to, as he put it, drain the swamp. Stop the corruption. One of the initial things he wants to get done is remove career politicians from power by imposing a term limit on the Congress and Senate. Something no Republican or Democrat has ever announced before, but is wildly popular among the average American citizen. Now, I'm not a Trump fan by any stretch of the imagination.
Oh, look!
I don't really think he's a racist or sexist or whatever, but I do think he's a dumb egomaniac who's not actually going to be able to get anything done.
Oh,
I think
look!
A Trump
I was
presidency
right!
is going to be largely ineffectual. Things won't get better, and things probably won't get worse either. Frankly,
Yeah!
he's just a buffoon. But he's not at all indentured to the current political...
Look! Who the fuck ever thought that I was fucking pro-Trump?
Are you gonna repost this video again?
No.
No, just to Twitter.
To Twitter.
To make all of these points yet again on Twitter.
Maybe I should. Dev, you went from him being a dumb egomaniac to him actively being evil? Yeah, that's because of what he did in 2020. Yeah. And he didn't get anything done, Dev? Yeah, he really didn't. Trump kind of just hung around for his first term. In fact, that was the complaint, is that, oh, the deep state got in the way of his agenda. Oh, my God. Like, yeah, even you guys said he didn't get anything done. Clip the shit out of this video. Fuck. God. Hold on. Was there anything? Oh yeah, I think these are like reactions.
with Donald Trump. But a lot of progressives still haven't learned. They still think that slinging salt around the Twitter sphere is going to actually push their agenda
Fucking
forward.
Arthur Chu.
And here's a great way to start our tour of the salt mines off. Here's a fellow who's just really mad that 11,000 is completely bogus, and then after the election claiming that it was rigged for Donald Trump. Here's Tariq Nasheed.
Oh my God. This guy's remember this?
Here's Nina Turner, who seems to actually get it, and I think she's the only hard left progressive regressive person who really understands what happened here. She says, "We should have been speaking to people's hearts and not trying to shame and boss grown folks around." Yeah, when you call somebody who has legitimate grievances racist or sexist, they're not going to listen to you anymore. And in
Fucking
that same
Lacey
vein,
Green.
there's everyone's favorite troll account, Godfrey Elwick, saying, "Mend, heal, and restore the U in USA." Of course, this tweet was
Fucking
before
Lacey
it was
Green, dude.
announced
Dude,
saying,
all these. Okay,
"Want to feel old?
okay, all
Can you
of
get
these.
any more pixels of that picture? Why would you do
I don't
to
fucking
pick
know.
that one?
Okay, listen. All of these old Twitter accounts from back in the day.
Now
Oh,
they're
hey,
all
Zoe
on Blue
Quinn.
Sky.
than actually caring about the election of my president." And here's Lydia Patton with a very
Oh my God, I'm enjoying this blast from the past. The old fucking, the old Twitter account, man. Oh man. Oh, Bob Chipman. Okay, you know what? Maybe we should stop this. Like, this is fun, but perhaps we should not get sucked down the rabbit hole a bit too much here. Okay. Still though, that was yeah, okay. Bill Skinner, thank you for the $20, dude. Colloquial meaning of leftism versus actual meaning. I developed the problem with talking to normies after doing my own political reading arc too. Makes it hard to be persuasive despite knowing more. Feels bad, man. Yeah. I know exactly what you mean. People are stupid now. Yeah. People are really stupid. Dev, you sound thinner. I'm just also older. Like, my voice is more gravelly now. Just kind of how it is. That happens. Dev, this was genuinely the best live content you've ever done, so just watching one of your old videos. Fuck you. Okay. Anyway, oh God, bit chat again. Fuck you, blonde. God. Like, I don't want my president to do a lot. I just want to leave things alone. Let the country get on with the business. I can count on one hand the things I want the president to do. All right, understood. God damn it.
It wasn't even long. Why are you complaining?
Because Blonde takes advantage of the fact that Twitch has a crazy long character limit and posts fucking paragraphs for $1. Then it's like, Dev, read it. Read my bullshit, Dev. Read the fact that I'm just shitting onto my keyboard, Dev. Dev, read it. Read it. I'm gonna give money to someone else, Dev. And I was like, oh God.
Yeah, but Dev, that wasn't long this time.
I don't care. I'm
you can't
done.
complain. It's not. It's the thing. It didn't even happen.
I don't care.
God, you're such a baby. Jesus.
$5 from Aaron Gray. Dev being consistent with his values and applying them equally, including Trump, must be the ends and why. Love you, Dev, and love you too, chat. Thank you very much. Thank you. Dev, read my bullshit. I spam you in DMs for free. Give me that for free. Oh God, if I was thinner back then, it wasn't by much. I think I'm just getting old. That's all it is. Old man Dev. Dude, what the hell was that false equivalent with Republican talking about disaster relief? What do you mean? Oh yeah, okay. You know what? You probably missed this, right? There was a big scandal like a few months ago where everyone was screaming that FEMA was giving all the money to fucking illegal immigrants and didn't have enough for hurricane relief.
I think I heard something about that.
It's completely false, by the way.
Yeah.
Like complete made up bullshit.
Mm.
But I mean, you know how it is with lies, right? They get halfway on the road before the truth puts on its shoes or something.
I have never heard that before, but understood.
Yeah, it's a lie gets halfway around the world before the truth puts on its shoes or puts on its pants or something.
Mm-hmm.
Anything going on?
No.
Okay. Hard to believe it's actually been 8 years. Hey, Merc, what's up?
8 years later.
No, wait, no, your recent tweet about California. Yeah, what about it? You know, there was a Republican who is like, who basically said, yeah, so unless California starts doing what we want, even though their people keep electing, Democrat politicians, we should stop giving them funding. And I'm just like, that's so stupid. That's okay. If you like, if you want to talk about where the majority of like America's wealth comes from, it comes from blue states, guys. This is fucking stupid. I still have faith in that your skill in trimming fat from your chat will translate into the same for your body. I have been losing weight. It's still like, dude, I am actually doing okay on the weight loss. It feels good. Yeah, Texas is the one state that like isn't just a fucking like the one red state that isn't like a boat anchor around the United States, dude. It doesn't come from blue states. It comes from cities, which all nurture the left. Nonetheless, Naxos, it's still the same argument. Yeah. Yeah, that's true too. Republicans are red and Democrats are blue. The colors are backwards. Yeah, because blue is the conservative, like worldwide. Blue is conservatism and liberalism is yellow, and red is socialism.
Here, it's orange.
Yeah. The poorest state is still more wealthy than the richest province. It actually might be true. Yeah, might be true. Yeah. The issue is that blue states don't exist. It's all rural versus urban, and what makes a blue state is whether the urban centers outnumber the non-urban population. Yeah, it's all true. However, if you I'll see if I can look this up, because I'm sure there's something. I'm sure I can still find this data, but basically, in a blue state, which is basically when the urban centers outnumber the non-urban population, those states tend to be net exporters of wealth to the red states. Let's see if I can find it.
Thanks, Blood.
Silicon Camaro, $10.
Here's $10 money on YouTube to see you're always wrong and Naomi is always right. The Naomi is right and Dev is always wrong tip is absolutely massive and every time she hits you is justified. Thank you.
Let's see here. Which state pays the most taxes? California, Hawaii, New Jersey, Oregon, Minnesota, District of Columbia, New York, Vermont. In terms of total taxes paid. Yeah. Well, see, you tried to say that Republican was meant to be the entire Republican Party, and somehow that's the same as the entire Biden regime and the FEMA situation. Okay. Here's the thing. No, the actual point of that tweet is to say that people who say Biden regime or Biden's White House or Biden's government or Biden's fucking Congress, those are all retarded people. Those are percents, so yeah, per capita. Basically, the total amount of taxes, yeah. Here, hold on. Federal tax revenue by state. Oh.
Also, the chat said that apparently Andrew Tate has put in his bid to be UK.
Oh, that's retarded.
Yep. Thank you for the $5, Seki. Am I the only one who unironically wants a new David Cage game? Yes. They're a big guilty pleasure of mine, and we've yet to have one star Nicolas Cage. You know what? A David Cage game starring Nicolas Cage? I'd be okay with that.
That'd be funny, yeah.
But either Nicolas Cage has to be the character you play as, or he has to be the main antagonist that you see a lot. That would be fun, because I've always enjoyed Nick Cage being like evil in movies. It's great.
But anyway, yeah. Basically, the point is that like all of the wealth that ends up being used for like any sort of social safety net or any sort of like jobs programs, any sort of building infrastructure, that primarily flows out of blue states and into red states. which is fucking ridiculous because like if there actually was just like an amicable civil war where like there wasn't actually a war, they just like America just split up, the red states, with the exception of I think Texas, would immediately be the third fucking world. It's like, okay, dude.
Dollar from Blonde. It's funny that Tate is running for PM of the UK because in 2022 there was a poll that found more people knew who Andrew Tate was rather than Rishi Sunak.
Rishi Sunak, yeah. It's kind of funny.
I assume that's the current.
No, he was the last conservative leader for fucking getting demolished.
Oh. God.
The
Andrew
blue states
Tate.
would starve. I'm not sure they would, Snake. Everyone says the blue states would starve, but like, I'm pretty sure if you look at, for example, California, yeah, they have their problems. Or I think even better example would probably be Oregon. There's still farmland in Oregon, right? Like Colorado's a blue state. There's farmland in Colorado, you know? Oh. There we go. Okay.
So are we gonna do articles?
We can in a minute, yeah. $10 from Jay Goodman. Thank you. I remember that when Obama cried because of the school shooter problem. Was it generally the convern of that? Convern? Oh, concern of that. I think it was a PR stunt. I think he was actually crying. I don't know. I think that was somewhat of a PR stunt, to be honest.
Probably both.
Yeah.
You know what it probably was? It was probably like in the moment, like he felt sad. He's like, why don't I just cry for the PR? I'll just cry for the PR. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Which, I mean, makes sense.
Yeah. Well, also, here's the thing. Like, you could say, oh, well, the red states would refuse to sell its food to the blue states. Yeah, okay, but then what would the red states do with all their food?
Eat it.
But they wouldn't be able to sell it anywhere. Like,
They just eat it.
they have no way to get it to fucking market.
They just eat it. Go into the
Get even
factories
fatter?
and eat it. Yep. Open up a heart attack restaurant on
They'd sell it
every
overseas?
street
No, they
corner.
wouldn't. Honestly, here's the thing. It's already hard enough to get food from one location and ship it to another location without it going like completely fucking rotten, right? That takes a lot of technology to get that shit to work. America can do it. I'm not sure red state America without the technology of the blue states could do it. In any case, this conversation is why your people who want their civil war or want like one part of the country to bend to the whims of the other are just the whole conversation is fucking stupid. Like, no, California should not do what like Nebraska wants it to do, and vice versa. I don't think the U.S. can sell food overseas. U.S. food regulations aren't usually compliant with overseas. That's true too. That's right.
Also incredibly, yeah, you can't get like any like actual American food in the UK. It's all healthy.
Yeah.
It's all healthy.
Mm-hmm. Well, no, it's the same. Like Canada doesn't take some American food because it's deemed as not up to standard.
Yes,
I know
actually,
the EU doesn't take American food because it's deemed as not up to standard.
Yes,
Yeah.
I don't know if you and me watched that together, if I watched it on my own, but I saw a guy compare American Fruit Loops to Canadian Fruit Loops, which was really funny because the American Fruit Loops were like actual, like almost Technicolor, like colors, and he said that they, tasted like actual like American Fruit Loops because he lived in America. He's Canadian though.
Yeah.
And so then he had the Canadian Fruit Loops, which are like really dull in color, and he's like, these aren't gonna taste as good. They don't look as good, and they actually tasted better. because there was like no corn syrup or whatever in them, and there was like more like I think it was that there was concentrated fruit juices that they used as dyes instead of whatever they were using as dyes in the American one.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Oh my god, it's so much better! I can't believe it!" And I was like, "Yep."
Yep. Yeah, but here in Little Columbia, how does the food get out? Oh yeah, it goes through like L.A. or like San Francisco, or it goes through New York. It goes through the major port cities, which are all controlled by blue states and blue governments. Which is why splitting up the country is fucking stupid.
Do you read the super chat?
Let's see. If Trump reintroduces the salt deduction as proposed, red states may start contributing more in taxes as they tend to have less state taxes to deduct. Is the salt deduction actually just like a reduction in salt in food? Or something else?
I'm pretty sure that's an acronym. or something.
Yeah.
Devin.
Probably is. That's what I was thinking too, yeah.
Why?
Yeah. You can build new ports. Listen. America has shown that it's not capable of building fucking anything right now. Dev, the entire Gulf Coast from Louisiana all the way to North Carolina is controlled by Republicans. You are wrong again. I have to go look at that, but yeah. Dev, Texas is the largest port state. Okay. If I were to go and look up how much fucking commerce flows through, for example, a port in California, California's biggest port versus Texas' biggest port, what would come out? I could be wrong.
Just go look.
I could be wrong, but I want to see.
Go look.
New Orleans is also massive. New Orleans is fucking underwater half the goddamn time.
Thanks for the $2. SALT means citizens can deduct state tax from Fed.
Oh, okay.
Isn't that what we do? No.
Are you going to say if you're wrong? Yeah, of course. I have before. It's just usually I'm not that wrong. But when I am, yeah, of course. Okay.
Wait,
So
can you scroll down on the bit chat so I can read Blondes out while you're typing?
grumble, 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 grumble.
Grumble.
Where is it? Go ahead.
Dev, you vastly overestimate how much the rural states depend on money in the farmland. In California and Oregon want to secede from their states and join Idaho.
The largest port, the port of Los Angeles in California. America's port.
You want
Wow.
to just do?
The port directly and indirectly employs 1.6 million people. Holy fuck. Okay, other major ports. Port of New Jersey and New York. Port of Long Beach, California. Port of Seattle, Tacoma, Washington. Those are the biggest ports in the Union. Okay, let's see. Top 10.
Scroll up.
Oh, this is in North America. This also includes Canada.
It said that when you clicked on it.
Okay, hold on. I'm reading this for you. I'm reading this for you reading Blonde's nonsense. Okay? Fucking scroll! Jesus. Port of LA, Port of Vancouver, Port of New York and Port and Jersey, Port of Montreal, Port of Savannah. That's in Georgia. Okay. Where's the other fucking?
Didn't it say 10?
It says 10 and it said 10 when you clicked on it and then it changed. Okay, whatever. Okay.
List of.
Let's try this one. Los Angeles, Long Beach, New York, New Jersey, Georgia, Seattle, Tacoma, Houston. There we go. Houston's number 6. There's the biggest red one so far. Oakland. Wait, is Oakland California? Yeah, it is California. South Carolina. Okay, and then there's Vancouver, Virginia. Okay. Yeah. So if we're talking about ability to ship stuff, blue states got the red states beat. Build more ports in Montana. You can't fucking build ports in Montana. Anyway. The Canadians defend their country, U.S. evades? Nah.
I mean, nah. I assume that the government would.
Yeah, but that means that we have to join up and be in the armed forces.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna, though.
Forced conscription.
I want to be part of America.
So you're just gonna spend the time in jail then?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Okay, what else? Wait, you want to read these, right? Okay, go ahead.
Well, I wanted to read some of Blonde's, but you skipped over them.
Go ahead.
No, it's not. There's more.
Okay,
You
go
didn't
ahead.
read that one.
Oh my god, fucking...
It's that one.
Go ahead.
A, thanks for the $1, Blonde. The data is old and it's actually pretty even across red and blue.
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming that's the ports, which is false. And it's changing. Give it a few years, and Florida and Texas will have to give money to New York and California since all the businesses and people with money are leaving. And keep in mind, business came to California when it was a red state.
That's what's going on right now, Chilton. Yeah, it's fucking stupid. Okay, and then... Go ahead.
The interesting thing is that while dock workers union strike thing last year never mind. California ports weren't a part of that because it's a different union on the West Coast. It's actually pretty automated.
Okay, nonetheless. Wait, cities may produce more GDP, but at what cost? Everyone in the cities is going crazy. Yeah, but that's not the argument I'm making. The argument I'm making is that all of America's wealth tends to come out of blue cities. And that's just factually accurate. $10 from Terrace. Thank you. Another note: if Greenland becomes a U.S. territory, the Jones Act will trade with the U.S. much more. The Jones Act will trade with the U.S. much more expensive. I mean, will make trade. That is why Puerto Rico is so expensive to live in, even though they are relatively poor. Jones Act? Okay.
Also, somebody asked us why Canada's mail's always striking. I don't know.
Because they fucking want like the cushiest jobs ever. No, it's not because wealth flows into cities, because cities generate wealth with their labor, right? Because somebody who like does a blue collar job in the middle of fucking like bumfuck nowhere, right? Is not going to be is not going to be generating the same amount of wealth, of value out of his work as somebody who works in a city and like works some sort of white collar job or like doing something that like impacts more people. Yeah. Okay, should we continue on?
Sure.
Let's argue about another controversial topic.
How about we don't do that?
Let's do it.
How about no? How about we just read articles?
Do you want to do that?
Mm-hmm. Actually, if you want to argue for a minute, you can.
Why, are you going to the washroom or something?
Sure.
Yep. Cities emerge due to high volumes or high values of commerce within a region. Cities are a symptom of profit, not a cause of them. Yeah, that's pretty much the truth. Also, you know what? Something that's kind of interesting is I've seen a lot of people. This is the same kind of thing, Butters. There's a lot of people who have been like, "Oh man, liberalism is atomizing people and it's like destroying people's families and we have a social safety net so people don't like don't take care of their parents anymore. Oh my God." The more that I've read into it, the more I've realized is like liberalism is not the cause of the problems of modernity. Liberalism is the response. It's the solution to those problems, because like before society became very liberal, I recall seeing some history texts of like people dumping their parents off to like rot away in like the medieval equivalent of an old age home, which did exist. They're just like really shitty, because there was this idea of like the whole individual atomization thing was popping up before any sort of modern conception of liberalism appeared. So it's like, okay, maybe the reason that we've developed this idea of a social safety net is not because we want to like break apart the family, but rather because some other force broke the family apart already. Not enough fighting is happening. Let's talk about abortion. Based.
How about?
Based.
How about we
Blame the
don't
Protestant
go there?
Reformation? Maybe so. Maybe it goes back that far. God. But no, like, I know someone posted like in response to me saying I'm more educated than I was 3 years ago. Someone posted like the Dunning-Kruger curve where I'm like at the top, where I'm extremely ignorant and I'm like I'm really smart but I'm actually really ignorant. No, I'm actually at the bottom, right? I'm at the bottom where I'm like, oh shit, I'm actually really fucking stupid, and also all of my enemies are even stupider than me, but I'm still pretty fucking stupid. The more that I've learned, the more I've realized like I'm dumb, and you guys are even not you guys in the chat, but like my enemies are even dumber, and it's like holy fuck, holy shit.
Welcome back, Schnitzel. Do you ever feel weird that you have actual enemies? Like you can say the word enemies and it's not just like an over dramatization of your life.
No.
Does that feel weird?
No, it
No.
doesn't.
Did you just always have enemies, Dev? Because that's not normal.
No, man, there's a lot of people out there who just irrationally hate me, and they're fucking stupid. It stops being feeling at some point when you're a YouTuber. Yeah, exactly, Drybread. Exactly, dude. If I was Imagine Dragon on loop. Yes, that's right. Everyone wants to be my enemy. Wait, who's my dumbest? Who's the dumbest regular viewer? Who is the dumbest regular viewer?
Probably me.
Or someone who's like a former regular viewer now. Yeah, Ace. Because he clearly watches all the time. He doesn't comment.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. All right, let's mess with a certain someone. Who is your favorite ace pilot from World War One? Oh, God. Okay, should we actually do some articles?
Probably.
Yeah, we've been hanging. How have we been hanging for 50 minutes? Doesn't even feel like it.
Because you really like to talk.
Hold on. It's just ignorance because of lack of information, not your inability to acquire new information. What do you mean, Lady Columbia? What are you fucking talking about? I acquire new information all the time. Okay. Hold on. I'm getting the articles ready.
I'll pick the Red Baron because I literally don't know anyone else.
Okay, let's go. What are you doing?
I'm chewing on a Tums.
You chewer?
God.
God, Naomi!
Well, what the fuck, Dev?
What the fuck? Okay. Wait, he's talking about how you said you're dumb earlier? Who is? What is Ace live right now? What the fuck? Herman Goring. Oh my God, it's Silver Camaro. I'm not saying that. Fuck you. Okay. Power lesbian Corey Burke's chilling behavior revealed in grisly crime scene report from Ice Axe murder.
Ice axe murder? Like, is that an axe made of ice?
Don't say it. Blonde's telling you to say it. Don't say it.
Or is it an
see.
axe for ice?
A successful spacecraft company manager married to a famous trans writer and journalist had a severe mental health crisis as she butchered her father on election night. Corey Burke, 33 years old, was arrested for murder last week after her neighbor called police and reported she had been smashing all the windows of the Seattle home she shared with her ailing father, 67-year-old Timothy Burke.
Well, that's why she killed him. Her name's Corey. That's a dude's name. That's why.
The neighbor told police they texted Burke, who works for Bezos' rocket startup Blue Origin, to ask if she was okay, and Burke replied, "You need to just do it." Officers found an eerie scene when they arrived at the Burke's front door, with shards of glass littering the front yard and driveway and a mysterious clapping sound coming from inside the home. But they had no idea of the horror they would find inside when a blood-soaked Burke came outside with her hands raised in a frantic demeanor.
Wait. You said they were trans, right?
She is a lesbian who's married to a trans woman.
Oh, okay. No, I misheard when you said it first. Sorry, continue.
Okay. The training manager at Jeff Bezos' space company told an officer she was sick, had not eaten, and her mouth was dry. The officer noted that Burke's breathing was rapid and she was pacing as she spoke. She repeatedly asked for water and denied that there was anyone else in the house. When asked what the clapping sound inside, should be a was there, Burke replied that she had been clapping because she was happy, so she started clapping. Burke, who is married to author Samantha Leigh Allen, then claimed that she was dating someone named Ben Jeekstra, but hadn't seen him in 4 years.
Crazy eyes.
That's her. And there's the house.
She had been trying to help him handle his emotions. Okay.
Police say she shattered the windows in an act of liberation after killing her father.
No, she's not fixable, guys.
And there they are together.
She murdered her papa.
I'm not reading you fucking calling me a Nazi, Blonde. Shut up. Christ. She then confessed she broke the windows in her home, but added that she did not know how nor where the blood on her face came from. Burke did not allow police to go inside before she tried walking away from the scene, saying she needed to go to the hospital. The officer noted that Corey did not seem fit to take care of herself and that she was a danger to property and to herself, and an ambulance was called to take her to the mental evaluation. It wasn't until Burke was driven away from the scene that the neighbors told the officers they were concerned for her father, who lived with her and had several illnesses that kept him mostly housebound. Inside the home's basement, the officers found Timothy's butchered body. He had multiple lacerations to his left side, back, head, and ears. Officers noted what appeared to them as a bite mark on his back. Timothy's body showed the brutality he suffered. There were lacerations that were 2 inches deep on his ribcage and signs of asphyxia. He also had several round bruises to the back of his head, as well as several curved puncture wounds. A bloody silver and blue ice pick axe was then located on the living room floor near the top of the stairs.
Oh yeah, see, so it was an axe for ice, not an axe made of ice.
Jesus fucking Christ, dude, this is crazy.
Yep.
The officers then headed to the hospital to take Burke into custody and interrogate her. When asked if she knew who was the president the day after the election, Burke replied, "Well, now the president's going to be Donald Trump."
Mm-hmm.
Burke's face and hair were covered in caked up blood when she repeatedly confessed to killing her father after he refused to turn off the lights in the home.
What the fuck?
Crazy.
That's, yeah, I guess psychotic break is right, but like I have to wonder like what the fucking like their relationship was like. If like she just killed her dad because the last straw was that he wouldn't turn the lights off.
Burke cried as she claimed she had been overwhelmed by her father's emotions and became upset as she said she thought that she had acted too soon. She added that she just freaked out while arguing with Timothy about the lights before she tripped and unleashed the ice pick attack. Burke then chillingly whispered, "Will it help? I killed him."
Will it help you? I have no idea. Maybe? But you'll be in jail for a while.
$1 from Bond. Dev, rape is base. That's how you get a GF step 1 rape. Also, Dev, OMG, fuck you, Blonde. I'm not reading your joke where you insult me and try to make me look bad. Based.
God damn it, Dev.
The alleged killer described the horrific murder in detail, explaining how she used the ice pick to beat and strangle her father and bit him while choking because he was too strong. Burke shared that she choked him and it was really hard, really fucking hard, and there were points where she felt like she wasn't going to be able to. The killer then said she felt better once her father went limp. She then hit him in the head with the axe several times and sat next to her father's body, watching him until he stopped breathing. Burke then went upstairs and began breaking the house's windows as an act of liberation. Wow.
They must have a real fucked up relationship.
So you recall when we mentioned that, conservatives are like, how come kids don't take care of their parents anymore?
This is why.
Put them in homes.
We'll just they just murder them. This is what it leads to. Murder.
Yeah. I'm not taking care of my fucking parents. Fuck that. They're going directly in a home. It was funny. I recall my dad being like, "You got to make your own way in the world. We're not giving you much when we die. We're spending all of our money." I was like, "Okay, fair enough." Then I was like, "Oh, so," and then like a few years later, they were like, "Dev, when we're older, we got to go. You're gonna take care of us." And I'm like, "Fucking no. Why the fuck would I take care of you if you already said you're not leaving me anything? Go fuck yourself. Go plan out your own fucking end of life." $5, Tara Shevchenko. Speaking of crazy killers, last week a man stabbed someone on a New York commuter train because he asked her to turn to the music. What the fuck? Is that true?
That sounds like a pretty common occurrence in New York.
Yeah.
I've definitely heard that story many times over the
Hey!
years.
I'm going to search this and look it up. Crazy. Okay, I'll read this later, yeah. Okay.
We could read it now. Just make it a
Oh,
part
they
of the
literally raised you,
articles.
Deb? What the fuck? Yeah. Listen, creamage. What I said was, they refused to leave me anything, so I refused to care for them in their old age. That is how that arrangement came about. You're actually a POS, Deb? No! What the fuck? Oh, wait. Is this going to be the canceling today? Is this going to be the one where everyone gets irrationally mad at me over my completely correct fucking take once again? Listen. When your parents say repeatedly over the course of your childhood, "Hey, we're not leaving you anything," it's like, well, I'm not leaving you anything either. support you for 18 years. Yeah.
I've always thought that that was a weak argument. Not to this in general.
Mhm.
Just as a general statement, because that's the very baseline of a parent's job is to provide their children with love, food, and shelter
Yep.
until they can make their own way in the world, which your parents also have to teach you. It's like if they don't do that, then they're not being parents. Like that's the baseline of the job when you got a kid. So
Yep. $5 from Megaleg. Can't trust people these days. Watch your back, Dev. For all you know, Naomi is plotting it now. Well, also, like, it's one of those things where, my parents would come to me and be like, "Can you take me in?" I'm like, I can't even afford my own house. Where would I put you?
Mhm.
All right.
on the couch,
Perhaps if
one on each cushion.
I was inheriting something from you, maybe I could afford a place. But since I'm not, where am I gonna fucking put you, dude? Yeah. Cruises aren't free. They must be paid for with the inheritance of your children. Yeah, pretty much. And my parents have gone on cruises. Yeah, so it's like, there you go. That's what you've purchased. you purchased cruises instead of end of life care. So enjoy. Okay, let's continue on. What's the next article? Let's see. Legislation enacting a total ban on child marriage in Missouri dies in the House.
Missouri, why?
Red states. Red states, baby.
You know what? I just want to know why everyone's a fucking pedophile.
Red states.
Why? Why? I thought that was not supposed to be the normal thing. Why? Good fucking
Lives in
God.
Dev's walls, $2. We can't fit any more in here. Let's see here. Child marriage will remain legal in Missouri for at least another year after Republican House leaders said they don't have time to pass it.
You do have time to pass it. Just pass it. Just make the fucking law. If it was already in the House, just make the law.
Okay, hold on. This is a bit different. Hold on, let's see. Under current Missouri law, anyone under 16 is prohibited from getting married, but 16 and 17-year-olds can get married with parental consent to anyone under 21. So let's say 21-year-old wants to marry 16-year-old. Parent gives consent.
I'm not okay with that.
Yeah, okay, fair enough.
We're not discussing being 18 being a legal adult and 21 being the legal drinking age. We are not discussing that.
Mm-hmm.
I say that if the person is not legally considered an adult, they should not be legally considered married.
Yeah, I agree.
That's it.
Child marriage is also still legal in New Jersey. Fucking weird,
yeah,
dude.
I don't understand that at all.
And caps rejoice. Okay, let's see. Under legislation that cleared the Senate with virtually no opposition earlier this year, marriage would be banned for anyone under 18. It is very surprising that the House has not allowed it to come into the body, says the Republican State Senator Holly Thompson, who sponsored the bill. Banning child marriage should not be controversial. When I filed this bill, I had no idea it would be controversial. The bill was stalled by a group of Republican critics in a House committee who said that it would constitute government overreach and infringe on parental rights. Wait, it would infringe on parental rights. It would infringe on the parents' right to marry their 16-year-old off to a 21-year-old?
Yeah, for money.
This is fucking weird,
No,
dude.
it's for money. It's from when you used to do arranged marriages so that both families could benefit from money or status or something. Marriages were always supposed to be beneficial.
Yep.
Right? And that instead of for love.
Yep.
That is just from that era.
It's fucking weird, dude. This is fucking weird.
Yep.
Wait, I can hear the Ace video already. Dev says he won't support his parents. Oh my god. Blah!
Yeah, Dev.
Dude, okay. There are really good criticisms of me out there, but there's been so much bad faith criticism of me out there. I feel myself just disengaging from everyone who's just even remotely has a single drop of retardation within them. I'm at the point now where it's there's so many of you and you're all so dumb. I'm just, ugh.
Look, a single drop? Does that mean you're gonna astral project out of your own body, Dev? Also, can I read this one from Blonde, or are you gonna get mad at me?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, another from Blonde. Zitact is right about the boomer mindset. They all say how the government is spending too much money and have to lower taxes and get spending under control. But then when you tell them that means you have to cut Medicare and Social Security, they rage out and say, "Oh my God, I'm entitled to that." This Keynesian type of I should
That's not Keynesian, by the way, but go on.
I should get it but not have to pay for it mentally is prolific.
Mentality is prolific among boomers. Yeah.
Can't read.
I know.
God.
Terrace, $2. MO. If the gays can get married, why not the kids?
The kids were able to get married first.
But here's the thing, Terrace. This
Before
is
the
not
gays.
this is not being angled from like an LGBT thing. This is being angled from a Republicans want parents to control their kids' lives thing, which is much more of a right wing thing than a left wing thing.
Also, I do.
I understand, Terrace. Yeah, I understand.
Also, I do appreciate that it's a Republican going. Why the fuck aren't you guys
Yeah.
supporting this bill? What the fuck is wrong with you? I appreciate that.
Yep. Let's see. House leadership told reporters Friday morning it was too late to place the bill on the House calendar for debate. Session ends at 6 p.m.
There shouldn't be a debate about it. Just do it. I'll say aye,
No.
aye. The end.
It requires debate. Is that?
Yeah.
Yeah. A debate in like a legislature is just
No.
Yeah.
I understand. I do understand that, but I'm sure it does not take very long to say aye.
yeah. Makes us look bad. We're not doing enough for young girls who are forced into marriages and their lives are worth everywhere as a result. Yep. Completely agree. But okay. Let's continue. New York City halal food cart worker caught catching a pigeon with his bare hands. Food trucks, baby, food trucks.
That's why you have to have a strong stomach to eat at food trucks.
Yep, grab a pigeon. He just walks into his halal food truck. He's going to serve it up.
Do you think he's gonna eat it himself or actually serve it?
Oh my God. That's foul. Da-da-da-da-da. A Queens food truck worker captured a pigeon using a plastic bag and ominously brought it back to his cart. A commuter waiting for a bus spotted the worker feeding the birds next to the MS Hall truck near the Rego Center Mall on Queens Boulevard. She saw the man look around to see if anyone was watching and then tried successfully to grab one of the birds from a flock, at which point she started filming with her phone. Would you guys eat the pigeon?
I mean, I'd try pigeon. I
Yeah.
mean, I assume it tastes like chicken, to be honest.
Yeah.
Just probably more like gamey.
It's just fucking hilarious that, like, this...
Yep.
Okay, hold on. When I was watching the video... Okay, when I was watching this video here, you know what I was thinking? I was thinking of that meme. It's like the end of Transformers meme, where that one, like, Linkin Park song plays.
Mhm.
You know what I'm talking about?
Mhm.
And it, like, cuts to the credits.
Mhm.
Is this the American Dollar Meek store?
Yes.
Yes, it is.
Also, $1 for blonde. Well, I don't know. I kind of feel like the 18 age of
God.
consent is arbitrary, and if 16 is too young, then by that logic, it should be at least 20. I'm not a nonce or anything. I just think a 30-year-old fucking a 17-year-old is bad, but a 65-year-old fucking a 19-year-old is fine. Is dumb.
Yeah.
I already said we're not talking about it. I don't care.
Yep.
I don't want to have this conversation today.
Yeah. What I've done. Yeah, that fucking meme. Oh. Can I find it? Yeah, here it is. Okay, we have audio still going, right? Okay, just wait. Okay. Yeah.
One question, Mr. President. We just got information that Donald Trump won by one vote. Mr. President, can you tell us who you voted for?
It's so good. It's so fucking good,
That's
man.
pretty good, yeah. That's amazing.
The final smile as he like, who did you vote for? Donald Trump won by one vote, and just that's a
Mr.
great
President,
smile.
Can you tell us who you voted for?
I'm gonna miss the Biden memes because I know everyone's like, oh, Biden. No. Biden was fucking funny.
Mm-hmm.
Biden was actually really funny, dude.
Mm-hmm. Too bad he was too old.
Just all the old manisms that came out of him were just fucking hilarious. What's next? Oh yeah, the men having sex with me don't know that I'm trans. I intend to keep it that way. So, this was an article that I thought about using in the video on, was it Friday or Saturday?
Oh yeah, the one with the rape graph.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought about using I thought about using this in that video, and then after I read it, I realized it doesn't quite fit, and you'll see why after we read it. But it's worth talking about.
How the fuck did they not know?
And this is why it's worth. This is why it's actually worth talking about it, because it is different, and you'll see how they don't know. Okay. So here. All right.
That's pretty good, actually.
I'm a 35-year-old trans-masc non-binary person who lives in a rural conservative area. So trans-masc non-binary means that they're biologically female.
Okay.
Okay. I live in a rural conservative area. I've been a part of the anonymous hookup scene on and off for over a decade. And I'm a veteran of the Craigslist personal ad days. I mainly use anonymous ads to hook up with cis straight men. I'm poly, and my romantic partners are fully informed of my gender identity, but oftentimes I just don't inform my anonymous partners of anything at all, including the fact that I'm trans-masc, and I just started testosterone. Okay, can I get rid of this?
Nope.
Oh, fuck you. It doesn't matter, because the important part is here. I have at least 6 months before I start to show signs of transition. Okay, so here's what's going on here. $5 from Dress Evans. Make the Lincoln Park a Discord soundboard sound. Okay, so here's what's going on. All right, trans-masc non-binary person, so a female. She's just started hormones, so she doesn't even look anywhere close to not being like a female for 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
And she's fucking straight guys.
Yeah, that's...
So, well, here's the thing. Like, the whole, like, do trans people have to disclose?
Mm-hmm.
That whole conversation is when you're talking about, like, a trans woman who looks like a cis woman who, like, goes to give a guy a blowjob and doesn't tell them or something. And it's like, well...
Is it that only that case stuff?
No,
Are
but
you
no,
just using that as an example? Okay.
So, yeah, so, like, imagine a straight guy who would not otherwise get with a trans woman is offered to get sucked off by a woman who looks really cute, but is trans, he doesn't know it, and she doesn't tell him. He wouldn't have said yes if he had known, which is why the whole informed consent thing is there, right? But this is different because this is a person who is a female, who calls themselves trans, who will continue to look female for at least 6 more months as they have sex with just straight men. So what obligation does this person have to disclose that they're trans?
I mean, the same obligation. However, it is, I'm going to use the words, less traumatizing for the victim.
I guess, yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Because it's not like this person has like lost their hair or grown a beard yet, or has like a deeper voice. This person just looks like a woman. So it's like, well, they look like a woman, they're female. What's missing here from the equation? The fact that like they're going to transition and they will look like a male in the future? I don't think this one matters that much, to be honest. Did they identify as a woman when they did it? I don't think so. I think they're identifying as a man when they do it, but no one can tell that they are. $5. Terrence Domenico, the sexual version of he thought I sold him half a dozen eggs, but I actually sold him 6. Yeah, kind of. Yeah. This is dumb. No, here's the thing, Blonde. They have started taking the testosterone, but they won't begin to show signs of taking it for the next 6 months. So looks woman enough? Don't care. Yeah, I think it's probably that way too. I think it doesn't really matter. Wait, avoid all interactions of any kind. Embrace being a hermit.
Based.
Yeah, just I don't consent to other humans being in my knowledge at all.
Yep.
So if I know you exist, I have to kill you.
Okay. Murder me, baby.
Okay. What's this? Oh.
Doesn't exist. Next.
Whatever it was, it's gone now. Okay.
You gotta screenshot this shit, Dev.
I guess I do. The video game industry is finally getting serious about player safety.
What?
Can I not read it? I fucking hate all these fucking websites. I'm not gonna pay for your bullshit. Just give me your fucking article. Fuck you. Let me leech off of you. You're not worth it. Let me find it. Grumble, grumble, grumble. What are you sighing about? It's not there. What are you sighing about, Naomi?
Nothing.
Then why are you sighing?
Why not?
Because sighing is an abnormal thing.
No, it's not. Nope.
Just wait. It might not appear. Nah. You can tell from the URL what account that tweet was from. Yeah, but what's the account though? I don't even know. I forget what it was. Yeah, I think this will actually work. Let's see. You should use Wayback Machine. I am. Here it is. The video game industry is finally getting serious about player safety. Harassment, hate, and other social harms feel like an online inevitability. The developers are finally addressing their impact in a meaningful way. What a terrible looking website. Okay. In 2025, we'll enter a new era of safety designed by our digital playgrounds. Online games are spaces where billions of people worldwide come together to play, socialize, unwind. However, there are also environments where harassment, hate speech, and grooming for violent sexual exploitation frequently occur. Today, most players of online games report being a direct target or witnessing one or more of these actions.
Oh yeah, are we talking about online games specifically? 'Cause,
Yeah.
yeah.
You know, this like includes someone who yells at you because you suck at a game. It's like, oh, you're being harassed. Oh,
I mean, I've talked in voice chats before as a woman. I've been immediately
Shit
just
on?
like, yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I don't talk while I play games.
Hold on, that happened back in Overwatch, right?
Yeah.
Has it happened in Marvel Rivals now that you switch over?
I haven't bothered to switch my headphones.
You should try it and see. Well, just in case. Maybe things will be different.
Okay. This goes back to the fucking Halo and Call of Duty days.
Okay, so
No.
today, most players of online games report being a direct target or witnessing one or more of these actions. A 2024 report found 82% of players report being a direct victim, and 88% report witnessing some form of so-called toxic behavior. Sexual harassment and hate speech are quite common, with more than 70% of game players saying they have witnessed these behaviors while gaming. Wait, Michaela, what the fuck are you talking about?
No, it's from Yvonne.
Michaela, what the fuck are you talking about? That's crazy. Okay, anyway, whatever.
Correct.
In the most extreme cases, players face violations of privacy and their right to life. For instance, when their private personal information is maliciously shared online for the purpose of intimidation, so-called doxing. In early 2024, for instance, an organized hate campaign started against the small narrative design studio Sweet Baby Inc., believed to be pushing a woke agenda in games with their consultancy. Their employees received numerous rape and death threats. Did they ever actually publish those threats? Like, I was waiting to see, like, we've been threatened. Okay. Where? Like, I've seen the threats that were sent to, like, Anita Sarkeesian. It's usually, like, some account that was made 5 minutes ago, just spamming her with them before it gets banned. Okay. I've seen some threats out there for sure, but, like, I haven't seen, like, where are the Sweet Baby Inc. threats? I've seen people criticizing them. I haven't seen rape or death threats. One guy, thanks for $5. One guy, Toad. Sad the Gooner video got claimed. Loved all your recent stuff, dude. Keep up the good work. Thank you very much, dude. I really appreciate it. Terrace for $10. Thanks again, man. New gamers should be subject to an hour-long compilation of Modern Warfare 2 Halo 3 voice chat before being allowed online. Based. Oh yeah, you should go back online and start talking again.
Why?
Because even though there are some guys out there who really hate it and like will rage out because they're incels, other guys are usually pretty welcoming.
Okay.
It's like, there's a girl on the game. Oh, it's cool.
Okay.
Is that how it was when I was younger?
It's not. That is a lie.
Back in the day, man. Back in the day, seriously, people were like, well, here's the thing. Gamer girls were actually rare back like 20 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
So when you found one, that was like the fucking, like, what are they called? Not golden child.
Unicorn.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And you're like, oh my God, don't drive her away, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Objectively false, but okay.
20 years ago? Yes, it was. Absolutely. There were so many instances, man, that I can recall back in the day.
Okay.
Okay. Because gaming was actually looked down on back then? Yeah. Okay, anyway. There are a number of reasons why games have become to be associated with hate and discrimination. The most important factor, however, is the lack of industry-wide innovation. For example, video games are often sidelined in regulatory conversations about online safety. Proprietary data is proprietary, and understandably, no company wants to be the first to talk publicly about online harms and safety challenges. Games are also, at the end of the day, businesses talking about one's shortcomings and not likely to something that garners shareholder support. However, in 2025, we'll finally start to see industry-wide efforts prioritizing safety. Some of these shifts will be due to government mandates. While video games have long been excluded from regulatory conversations, they're beholden to some of the new initiatives that have recently been enacted. For example, the Digital Services Act in the EU requires gaming companies who operate there to submit public-facing transparency reports about online harms within their spaces and the efficacy of tools to combat them. For the first time, this will allow industry-wide insights into the strategies and their effectiveness across the gaming ecosystem. Okay. I just want to know, like, how this is going to work out, though, which I think is a pretty obvious, like a pretty reasonable question. It's like, oh, we've discovered a Discord server where people are, like, training to, like, commit fucking terrorist attacks. Okay, maybe we should look into that. Someone called me a name on Marvel Rivals. Perhaps that doesn't need to be regulated by the government. Perhaps it's okay if someone just calls you a mean name on the fucking internet. All right? Make women only play with women. That's what you should do, Naomi?
Totes.
Based. Okay, let's see. Are you okay? You falling asleep?
Not falling asleep.
Why are your eyes closed?
Why not?
Because you're falling asleep.
I'm not falling asleep. God, will you stop
Sounds like it.
screaming? Jesus.
Waking you up?
I'm not tired.
You're truly tired.
Fuck.
Oh, God. Shut the fuck up. Fucking spam bots. Fucking asshole. Fuck piece of shit. Fuck you. Fucking. God, just. Go live in a Muslim slave market.
They're bots. They can't live in a Muslim slave market.
In 2025, we will also start to see the effects of the game industry's attempts at self-regulation. Over the last several years, there have been many trust and safety initiatives spearheaded by the game industry itself from an ecosystem industry-level approach. For example, we saw the release of the Digital Thriving Playbook from the Thriving in Games group, which provides educational material and step-by-step guides for...
I mean, honestly, all you should really do is just be able to, like, report, block, and avoid. You know?
Yep.
My actual main gripe with Marvel Rivals right now is that you can avoid a teammate and you can only avoid them for 3 days. And it's limited to, like, a very small number of people.
That's lame. You should be able to just have them, like, off. Be like, you know what, you suck. I'm out.
Yeah. Because, like, that's what Overwatch did. Like, you could avoid people and they'd, like, I think it expired after, like, a month or something. I don't remember. Like, it was a long time, though.
Mm-hmm. Naomi, I'm not tired, you're tired, passes out. Last year saw another breakthrough, the partnership between Epic Games and the International Age Rating Coalition to create internationally recognized ratings for all users. Okay, this is just like a list of all the things people have done to make gaming more safe.
Yeah, can we just not read this, then?
I want to see if there's anything... Oh, it's just a list of things people have done.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of lame, isn't it?
Nah, sometimes it's helpful to make lists,
Like,
right?
wait, there's no... Naomi.
What is a list?
Who's on the list, Naomi? Who's going to be on the list, Naomi?
Checking it twice.
Wow. Naomi's list. Okay. What's this one? Is this one available? Oh, yeah. I'm once again asking what the hell is going on in Germany. Okay, so this linked to a tweet that we can't see. But the tweet itself was like, Germany has made it legal to have child porn. And people are like losing their fucking minds at this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I gotta look this up.
Oh, I heard about that. Yep.
Yep. So German lawmakers have not voted to decriminalize possessing child pornography. This is false. Let's see. German lawmakers have not voted to decriminalize possessing child pornography, contrary to widely viewed social media posts. Instead, they have backed reducing the minimum jail terms for possession, distributing, or acquiring such material. So let's see the details here. Germany's parliament has officially voted to decriminalize the possession of child pornography. The move is being celebrated by a pedophile rights activist group, which has also called for the age of consent to be dropped to 12. This is getting out of their control. Okay, so people just post this shit on the internet, and other retards lap it up because it aligns with their biases, but it ends up not being fucking true. So let's, guys, check it out. I've read this before already. I've pre-read this. You're gonna have egg on your face. Just watch. Okay. The posts, they were widely shared on Facebook, and one post on X was viewed, fucking Twitter, was viewed more than 288,000 times. One poster on Facebook said, "We keep warning you, the insane far radicals are coming for your kids." So here's what actually happened. So Germany's parliament has backed reducing the minimum jail sentence from distributing child porn from 1 year to 6 months.
Wait. That's a very short sentence either way.
For possessing or acquiring, minimum terms have been cut from 1 year to 3 months. The maximum term is 10 years. With a minimum jail term under 1 year, these offenses are now considered misdemeanors rather than felonies. In June 2021, Germany tightened laws around child porn, raising the minimum sentence to 1 year. But feedback from the courts and public prosecutor's office highlighted problems with the law change. With a 1 year minimum sentence, there was no way someone who had not acted out of pedocriminal energy could avoid jail. For example, when a mother finds child pornography on her offspring's phone and forwards it to other parents or teachers to alert them.
Okay.
So here's how it works, okay? In Germany, any crime that has a minimum sentence less than 1 year is a misdemeanor. And any crime with 1 year or more is a felony, right?
Okay, so you just make
And-
it
and
where like someone's charged, you can just charge them with a misdemeanor instead of having to charge them with a felony because the minimum sentence is a year.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
So if the minimum sentence was a year, then it's a felony.
Mhm.
So if you like open up your phone and find child porn on your phone and you didn't put it there, somebody else did, because someone's fucking with you, and you look at it, you're like, oh shit. The fact that it's a felony means that the police and the prosecutors have much less in the way of wiggle room to not charge you with it, even though you didn't actually do anything. However, because the minimum sentence was dropped down to below 1 year, now below a year it's a misdemeanor, and now there's much more wiggle room with regard to not charging people who innocently stumble on child porn.
Okay.
Yeah. So the thing is, there's been like several other laws like this that have come into effect over the years in many different countries, where like it sounds bad when you look at it, but if you actually think about it, it's like, oh, this makes complete sense.
Yeah, it's just rewriting the rules to create wiggle room.
It makes complete sense. And people always go like, oh my god, ah, and they start like losing it. But then as soon as you read it, you're like, oh, okay. But then like no one ever actually reads it, right?
Sounds like they should have just wrote an exception into the law for people who didn't stumble upon it intentionally.
Well, then everyone will say, well, I didn't mean to stumble upon it, right? Oh, someone else planted it there. And here's the thing, like having the wiggle room allows prosecutors and police on the fly to be like, okay, this is clearly this is clearly that. This case is clearly not CP distribution. This case clearly is, and kind of just like go forward rather than waiting to move on to the actual trial part of it where it must be proven. They can just make the judgment right there. And that judgment's usually correct. Hey, Dev, I haven't caught one of your streams for a little while. Question, just to be up to date. Have you stopped indulging these centrist mega propaganda spewing content creators? Love ya. Who do you mean by that? Who are you talking about, dude?
Excuse me. Jesus.
Here's the thing. I actually am a centrist. I'm like a normie kind of liberal type who's not a progressive.
Yeah, it's a weird way the German law works. Yep.
What's next on the list of things to do? Oh yeah. What Trump really said to Keir Starmer. Oh my God. Screaming Sturmovik is screaming, not a centrist. Aren't you like a far left dude? Okay. Let's go. Yeah, because Trump just gave a call to Keir Starmer, the current PM of the UK.
Screaming, do you always just type in all caps to stay true to your username?
He's always screaming, dude. Okay. Shortly before Christmas, Sir Keir Starmer spoke to Donald Trump. It was their second conversation since the U.S. election. The official readout was relatively bland. The two men agreed to strengthen the close and historic relation between the U.S. and the UK. And Starmer reiterated the need to stand together with Ukraine. The reality was different, as Trump veered off onto a series of tangents.
Sounds like an old man thing to do.
As the Prime Minister attempted to stick to his priorities and the need for collective defense and a trip to Washington in the wake of the inauguration, the President-elect had other ideas. At one point, he became fixated on the number of birds dying after flying into wind turbines in the U.S. Or turbines. The coyotes eating the fallen birds were getting so fat, he joked, they would need to be given weight loss drugs.
Ozempic for the coyotes.
Trump recounted his meeting with the Prince of Wales after the ceremony to reopen Notre Dame, complimenting him on his modern beard before moving on to discussing his golf course in Scotland. He also had warm words for Starmer's wife, Victoria, saying that she was beautiful and the Prime Minister's greatest asset.
Gross.
So, dude. Okay. Trump is rambling like a fucking crazy old man at this point. Listen, I understand that Biden had old man moments. Like, Biden was out there, Trump has some fucking old man moments now, too. Example will be Sitchin Adam or Archcast. I'm still friends with them, yeah. I can be friends with people I disagree with. That's fine. Okay, let's see. What else did Trump say here? Welcome to international diplomacy Trump style, where he just compliments your wife on being hot. As some of Starmer's predecessors found, the sheer unpredictability of the incoming U.S. president makes him difficult to read and even trickier to handle. As the Prime Minister looks to the year ahead, decisions that are taken 3,600 miles away in the White House are likely to be defining for Starmer in the UK. Whether Labour MPs and ministers like it or not, Trump is likely to be one of the dominant forces in British politics this year, with the potential to shape the UK's future on 3 fronts: the economy, Ukraine, and Reform UK. Starmer's personal relationship with Trump matters, not least because of the forces lined up against him. 2 men with a direct line to Trump, Nigel Farage, the leader of Reform UK, and Elon Musk, the world's richest man, have a very dim view of Starmer.
God, you know what? Elon Musk's opinion shouldn't matter on fucking anything.
Musk, in particular, has taken an extraordinarily close interest in British politics and appears to be pursuing something close to a vendetta. Starmer wants to start the year by getting back to basics with a series of announcements this month on the NHS, the cost of living, and immigration. The Prime Minister returned from his holiday in Madeira, this week to put the finishing touches to a series of announcements about his plans to cut NHS waiting lists, culminating in a major speech on Monday. Musk had other ideas, even as details emerged of the soldier who died when a Tesla Cybertruck exploded outside of a Trump hotel. That's right.
Yep.
Throughout Thursday and Friday, the world's richest man was hooked to a social media platform, accusing Starmer of failing to prosecute grooming gangs when he was the head of the Crown Prosecution Service. Starmer has rejected the claims, arguing that he ordered a review of the failure to prosecute pedophiles and acted on it. Wow. Musk has a different view. Starmer was complicit in the rape of Britain when he was head of Crown Prosecution for 6 years. Starmer must go and he must face charges for his complicity in the worst mass crime in the history of Britain. Dude. I'm not sure if this is the worst mass crime in the history of Britain. It's bad, but I think Britain has a fucking 2,000-year history. I'm sure there's something that's happened in the UK's history at some point that is worse than the grooming gang scandal. All right? Anyway. He then turned on Jess Phillips for ruling out a national inquiry into child exploitation in Oldham. She deserves to be in prison, calling her a rape genocide apologist. This, by the way, Jess Phillips, by the way, is the woman that, 9 years ago, Sargon said he wouldn't even rape her. It's that's the one.
Good lord.
Okay, hold on. Everyone kept accusing Sargon of making a rape threat. And he said, I wouldn't even rape you. Not that I would.
Still gross.
Yeah, oh, yeah, for sure it is, yeah. But still, it's funny.
I think it makes it sound like a rape threat because that just insinuates that he would be willing to rape other people.
Yeah.
And if she does something to get into his, I'm gonna say, good graces, then he would rape her. So it sounds like a roundabout rape threat.
Mm-hmm. Is there actually bad blood between you and your parents? I still go, hold on. You guys still meet up and regularly? Yeah. I still go visit them and stuff. I still go back to my hometown and visit them. But it is one of those things where, like I'm not going to be able to afford to take care of them even if I wanted to, you know? I'm not going to have the fucking money.
Now with the way you keep going.
Fuck you. Okay. Downing Street and senior ministers are doing their best to ignore Musk's attacks, where they're giving them more oxygen and also really defending Trump. Asking about Musk's latest missile on Friday, Wes Streeting, who is not normally one to hold back, went only so far as to say that the comments were misjudged and misinformed. Senior Labour figures point to the fact that Musk is an unpopular figure in the UK. A poll by YouGov found that his net favorability rating, the proportion of voters who like him against those who don't, stands at 46%. That's even more unpopular than Starmer, who's at 41%, after going into free fall in his first 6 months in office. Okay. Okay, it's minus 41, but it's like plus 41 on how much he's liked, on how much he's hated, though.
Yeah, it does.
Okay. Anyway, this is kind of boring, but like I just found like Trump's rambling to be hilarious at the start. It's like, let's talk about my golf course in Scotland. I'm like, okay, dude. What's next? Texas cheerleader, 17 years old, is charged with animal cruelty for poisoning her rival's show goat.
Don't poison goats.
Pretty and popular, Aubrey Vandelingham had the world at her feet as she progressed through high school in a well-to-do suburb of Austin, Texas.
Skipped like 3 letters in that name.
Vandelingham. I didn't skip anything. Vandelingham. Okay, hold on. Van Landingham.
There you go.
God, no, listen.
I love
Vanland. Okay, you know what? This is fucking retarded. Okay, anyway. Not only was she a cheerleader, but she also had been just made president of the school's Future Farmers of America. And she was particularly proud of her pet goat, Lacey, which she paraded in animal shows across the state for cash prizes and certificates. The 17-year-old posted her beloved pet on social media, with now deleted posts seen by Daily Mail detailing her excitement to head up Vista Ridge High School's FFA in Cedar Park. But prosecutors claim her desire to win got too much for the teen, and she turned to evil ways to ensure victory by poisoning a fellow student's goat.
Wild.
She is facing the prospect of 2 years in prison if convicted of poisoning 6-month-old Willie twice over a 3-day period, eventually killing him. The brazen teenager showed no remorse when authorities launched a probe, allegedly telling cops, "I don't like cheaters."
Why is it that I can very easily see her doing this? Most of the time, just a picture, like a not a candid picture, but like a normal, not mugshot of a picture of the person being like, oh, they look kind of normal, and like they wouldn't commit the crime that they committed. I fully see her doing this. 100%.
Initially, the brunette died targeting her rival's goat, but then admitted to cops that she had injected the white and brown farm animal with pesticide at the school's barn facility, leaving him bellowing in pain before dying.
Why not just kill him
Jesus.
and eat him? That would be the better thing to do if you're gonna kill him anyway.
Meh.
Meh.
Meh. Meh. Meh. Meh. Meh. Meh.
Meh.
She is said to even have Googled how to clear her disturbing search history after looking up how much bleach kills a goat. If goats inject bleach, do they die? And poisoning pets, what you should know.
Good God.
Dude, white girls fuck goats too.
No, men fuck goats.
Officers also recovered sickening video of Willie running away from Aubrey and convulsing after she allegedly poisoned him, before sending the twisted footage to the mother of his freshman owner.
Jesus.
The callous, mean girl has been charged with a 1-year felony of torturing an animal, which under Texas law she could face up to 2 years in jail and a $10,000 fine. Wow! Adrian, they're fucking retarded. That's what it is. Was she talking in the middle of this? Looks like it.
Probably.
Yeah, see. The goat attempted to break free with the danger to use a syringe on the animal twice more. She checked in on Willie twice in a 2-hour period, checking his condition, recalling her schoolmate's mother to say Willie was convulsing and acting funny. Willie died 21 hours after being poisoned by the teenager. And a vet was initially unable to figure out what was wrong with the goat.
Poor
Jesus.
Willie.
Well, your career in goat fucking is over, lady.
It's not goat fucking. God damn it, Dev. Stop trying to pin all the fucking animal fucking on women when men do it more. Stop it. Fuck.
This is ridiculous, dude.
It is, though.
The mother of the 15-year-old girl who owned the goat told Daily Mail her family wants justice for her daughter and her goat, and they're calling for a judge to give Aubrey jail time. We were there when he passed away. My daughter was actually holding him. That was very traumatic. She admitted to poisoning him multiple times over several days. Fucking hell, dude.
Yeah, like, if she's not showing any remorse for killing an animal, she probably should be jailed regardless.
Yep.
Yeah.
Toss her in the jail cell. I mean, Dave, how many animals has Dev fucked? Well, Naomi as well. Ta-da! Okay, you've done... Don't you dare give me that fucking look. You've made so many jokes at my expense. Fuck you. Naomi. Naomi. Beatings. Naomi. Critical hit. Naomi. You can't just not say anything. And Dev isn't getting his diaper changed tonight. R.I.P. Dev's gonna poop pancakes from now on. It was super effective. Fatality. Someone sleeping on the couch tonight. Dev, your food tastes bleshy tonight. You know why. Naomi's gonna add bleach to Dev's food. Naomi's going to Ultra Instinct. Naomi's search history. What did you know about poisoning boyfriends? Okay, let's continue on. What's the next story? 300 Boeing planes used by United and American Airlines as a potential flaw that could cause a fire or explosion on the jets. Jesus, dude. Oh my God. Okay, let's see. According to the FAA proposal, the issue involved an electrical fault on the company's 777 jets that, if left unaddressed, could cause fuel tanks in the plane's wings to catch fire and explode. Discovery of the flaw exposes that nearly 300 more Boeing planes are potentially at risk, including jets used by United and American Airlines. There are people saying that you wear a diaper because fucking Blonde keeps just making shit up. And it's gone way too far. Okay. Hey. Naomi. Hey. Hey. Oh my God. All right. Fine. Let's see here. The FAA reported the issue in March and requested that Boeing and other outside experts respond. It will be clear if the company has done so. A Boeing set... Jesus Christ.
Deserved.
A Boeing spokesperson said in a statement, the FAA's notice was part of a standard regulatory process that has helped ensure air travel and safe performance of transportation. This is not an immediate safety of flight issue. Okay.
How? How is it not an immediate safety flight issue? Explain.
Let's see. Okay. The accumulation of electrostatic charge in the cover plate assembly and the float valve assembly, which is attached to the cover plate assembly, could lead to electrostatic discharge in the dynamic structure. This condition, if not addressed, could result in an ignition source inside the fuel tank. Jesus. Jesus Christ. Yeah. Oh. Oh.
Must you scream?
I had to sneeze.
You don't have to scream.
I just want to chew.
Yeah, you scream to chew. I like those people who are in high school who just scream their sneezes to get attention.
If I wanted to, I'd be like, "Wah!" I didn't do that. I just went, chew.
Yeah, to chew quieter.
Oh, God.
Oh, God.
Oh, fuck. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, fuck. Oh, God.
Mhm.
Anyway, yeah, like this
You can learn how to not
seems to be
sneeze
okay. You know, whatever.
loudly.
Let's move on. This seems like nothing.
Like nothing. I mean, okay, there, Boeing.
Horrifying video shows man walking off with a severed leg after a lethal train accident in California. He's eating it.
Yeah, I heard about this. I think I read this too.
Wow. A shocking video captured the moment a California man walked off with a severed human leg after a train accident where a woman died. The video shows a disheveled man looking around while carrying a large ragged object. A train struck a woman at about 8:05 a.m. Jesus Christ. A man removed a severed leg from the scene. The video shows a man in a red hooded sweatshirt and black pants leaning over an object. He turns around and erratically laughs at the person recording the scene, then staggers away. A second scene in the video appears to show the police respond and the man waving the leg at officers.
I'm interrupting. Yes, the article is from March 2024.
Yes. I hadn't seen this before. This is new to me. K-Jet published a censored version of the video. Can you watch the video? Oh.
Press I understand and wish to proceed.
Yeah, but if I play it, I'll probably get my channel for then this stream will get struck.
Oh,
Yeah.
then you can't watch it.
That's what I don't fucking care.
Yeah, we know how much you don't care about literally anything, Dove.
Fine, you whiner. Okay. A voice can be heard in the video saying, you know what we'll do?
What are you doing?
Watch it down here. They can't see it. They can hear it.
He's eating that. Hey, comiendo.
Oh,
He's just eating the severed leg.
don't eat it raw. What the fuck?
He's eating it raw, baby.
That's fucked up.
He's happy about it.
Gross.
And the cops are like, give me that leg. Wow.
Holy shit. Dev, you should forget playing Final Fantasy tonight. Instead, you should be playing Green Dog, the beach surfer dude on Sega Genesis. Green Dog! I know you're gonna love it.
We're probably not playing any games after this, actually.
Are you too tired?
Kind of, actually, yeah.
Aww.
But thank you, though, for the $10. I do really appreciate it, man. Meat's back on the menu, boys. And $2 from Terrace. I feel like you're pulling my leg with this one or with this story. Ba-da-bop.
Oh, God.
You're pulling my leg with this story. California girls, they're undeniable. I mentioned earlier at the start of the stream that there's been like IRL stuff happening that has kind of drained both of us. Anyway, some reports say he was charged with mutilating the body. The reports claim that he had devoured some of it. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, the video does, yeah.
Yeah. Let's see this final one here. Oh yeah. Would-be influencer facing a felony charge after Walmart produce sprayed with pesticide. So, prank videos, guys. Prank fucking videos.
Oh, is this a fucking prankster? That's very bad.
A would-be Arizona influencer accused of spraying pesticides on produce at a Phoenix area Walmart is facing felony charges following the stunt that was posted to social media.
Good.
Charles Smith, 27 years old, was arrested after videos were uploaded to Instagram and TikTok showing a man spreading bug spray on yams, lemons, chicken, and other produce at Walmart in Mesa.
Jesus.
He faces one felony charge of introducing poison, as well as misdemeanor charges of theft, criminal damage, and endangerment. A judge held him on a $10,000 bond during a court appearance on Monday.
Yeah, yeah.
Fucking prank YouTubers, dude. What the fuck?
You remember when you said that you used to like some prank YouTubers?
I still do.
Why?
Because the pranks aren't actually life-threatening to random passerbys like this. There's
Okay,
obviously
guys.
degrees here, right? Like, there's prank YouTubers spread poison on food versus prank YouTubers where, like, you hit your friend with a water balloon. There's obvious differences
Yeah,
here.
they all devolve into this.
Mm.
They all just devolve.
Need bounties on prank influencers based.
Sounds good.
Anyway. They just make a video like, I went to court. LOL, just pranked. Just prank the judge. Yeah, dude, I want him to, like, prank the judge. That'd be fucking amazing. I want, like, you know what I want there to be? I want there to be a situation where there's, like, a guy who is, like a professional magician, and he's in court. And then he's, like, found guilty. And then he does, like, his disappearing act, and he actually, like, vanishes.
Amazing.
Okay, anyway. Yeah, I don't think there's... Yeah, his channel's called Wolfie Coletti. Okay. Let's see if his channel still exists.
It's on Instagram.
I'm still going to just do, like, a quick Google search of it in general, and then I'll go to the Instagram. Ah. Going to jail, bro? Yeah, that's... Is it this one? He's got both. I mean, this is like a prank channel for sure. But yeah, who knows? Well, fuck you, buddy. Oh my god. Oh, fuck, I'm sore. Damn. Getting old sucks. The worst part about getting old is getting sore for no reason, you know? Like, you don't even, like, work out that day or do anything strenuous. You're just like, ah.
I've been sore my whole life, so
Because you have giant boobs. You've had them your whole life.
that's not true.
You came out the womb with, like, big old double Ds.
That's gross.
you
No, thank you.
you came out boob first. One boob pops out in the second one. Then the rest of you.
What the fuck? No.
Oh, fuck. Okay. Ah.
Oh God.
Wait, from Blonde. What's going on, guys? It's your boy, Dev Pranks. Today I'm going to be committing an act of bioterrorism. Don't ready to leave a comment and smash that like button later. Hey, guys, what's up? Your boy, Dev Pranks, coming to you from the state penitentiary. Today I filled my asshole with thumbtacks, so the guys who rape me in the shower get a surprise.
Amazing.
$5 from Sean King. You think that Trudeau is now trying to delay an election as long as possible to spite? No, I think he just wants to, like, be forgotten about, hopefully. It's not going to happen, though. Okay. Wait, that's not the head. Okay, listen, guys. Yeah, we talked about doing video games after this, but I think there's a decent chance we'll be doing video games, just you and I tomorrow.
Probs.
So we'll just play some Final Fantasy tomorrow, okay? Thanks for being here. Really appreciate it.
Stop.
I'm stretching.
You're not allowed.
Ugh.
Not if you make those noises.
Okay.
Stop.
Stardust just came back to YouTubing after like a 3-month break. So let's go raid Stardust. Get all your coffee cups ready. Go say hello to her, okay? Give her a warm welcome back. Because I've actually kind of missed her, you know? New videos coming. And we'll see you next time, guys. Thanks for being here. I appreciate it. Have a good one. Goodbye.
Bye.